This year we tested well over 100 laptops. Well, the year is almost up and it's time for us to award the best laptops of 2024. Links to all our winners and runner-ups will be below this video and of course on our website justjosh.tech. In fact, our website is today's video sponsor. We scour the internet to find the best deals and we post them there. You'll find a helpful price tracker to ensure that you're buying at the best time. And keep an eye out for our top recommendations for different types of buyers. You can even combine recommendations together. Say you're looking for a laptop for school, but you also want a game on the side. And one of the key benefits of having a website like ours is that we can keep it up to date with our latest recommendations well after our videos are published. So check it out, it's quickly becoming the go-to place to shop for a new laptop. And with that said, let's get on with the awards. Best Budget Laptop. This year we were on a mission to find super cheap laptops that were actually viable. We tested many, but either their performance was unbearably slow or they had other material issues, such as a display that was dim and washed out that it was so difficult to actually see anything on it. Pretty much most that we tested were just e-waste, but one laptop stood out. The HP Pavilion Aero 13. This laptop can regularly be found on sale for around $500 to $600, and when it comes to HP laptops, their sales price is really their price. They are frequently on sale, and when they aren't, you shouldn't buy one. The Aero 13 gives you a powerful enough AMD Ryzen Zen 4 processor, and you won't be held back by not having enough memory or storage, as it comes with ample amounts of both. What makes it really stand out is its weight. It is insanely light and portable. Other than that, every other aspect of this laptop is good enough, which is what you want for a budget machine. Our runner-up for budget laptop of the year is the MacBook Air with M2, the older 8GB of RAM model with 256GB of storage. With Apple putting more memory as standard in their MacBooks, their older ones are now a lot cheaper. At $700 or less, this version is a good buy. It has a more premium build and better creature comforts than most other laptops at this price point. That includes better speakers, better webcam, better trackpad, you guys get the point. And of course, it has Apple's M2 processor that gives it snappy performance, decent battery life, and has very solid integrated graphics. Its downsides are that you're only getting 8GB of memory and 256GB of storage, as I said. Many people will say that this is a no-go, but if you stick to basic applications like web browsing or Office and just play casual games, you'll be fine. In fact, you will likely appreciate the more premium aspects of this laptop versus similar priced Windows ones that do have more memory or storage but cheap out in other areas. Best laptop for office, home and school. When it comes to the best laptops for light users, these buys received a lot of love this year. We had Qualcomm's new Snapdragon laptops just burst onto the scene, as well as Intel's Lunar Lake, both of which finally gave Windows laptops what MacBooks had had for years: good performance with long battery life and no annoyances like fan noise or a warm-feeling laptop. That meant that we got a lot of great devices this year, and a couple of them, they really stood out. The Surface Laptop 713 is my personal favourite laptop for light use. That includes browsing the web, working on Office documents, and managing this business. In fact, the script for this very video was mostly written on the Surface. So here's why I love it. It's the most premium-feeling Windows laptop I've ever owned, and it looks slick and stylish with its blue colour. It has a bright, fast refresh rate display which makes it perfect for using out and about. It has a phenomenally comfortable keyboard, and its haptic trackpad is the best of any Windows laptop. In fact, it is the only one that I feel rivals a MacBook. Other than this, carrying it around is a joy due to its lightweight and compact form factor. All these things combined make me just want to take the Surface with me everywhere I go. But its main downside is that it has a Snapdragon processor. That means it runs the ARM version of Windows. Several specialist applications and a ton of games do not run or do not run well on this hardware. In fact, for most of the other awards in today's video, I'd outright disqualify a laptop with this processor. But in the case of this award, the applications casual users use all work very well. But it is important that you are aware of its limitations. For example, when I play my favourite game, League of Legends, I have to put down the Surface and swap to a different laptop. Other than this, the Surface's battery is small and its battery life is pretty mediocre. And keep in mind, my one does have the less powerful X Plus chip. The version with the X Elite chip has worse battery life. We did do a video comparing these two, which I will link below. Next up is the ZenBook S14. This laptop is very compact, well built and super lightweight. It has a nice OLED display and very long battery life. It's also an Intel laptop, so all applications work, and you can even do some light gaming. The Intel Lunar Lake processor in this ZenBook has great integrated graphics, but its display doesn't get that bright and it is very glossy and reflective. I found using this laptop in coffee stores was just challenging. I had to try to angle the screen in a variety of ways to avoid reflections. Next is the Slim 7X, another premium and stunning looking Snapdragon laptop. It is incredibly thin and light, especially given its large 14.5-inch display, and it is the best performing Snapdragon laptop we tested. It has a very long battery life with its large battery, and it has the best OLED display of any laptop too. Most OLED displays in laptops have a max brightness of around 400 nits and a screen door effect. You see tiny coloured dots peeping through light coloured content. The Slim 7X's display is brighter at 500 nits and it doesn't have that screen door effect. And if that wasn't enough, the Slim 7X is incredibly well priced for what you get. But its downsides are that its trackpad is very slippery and annoyingly loud to click, its port selection is limited, USB-C only with no headphone jack, and it has a Snapdragon processor, which means there is a risk that applications or games won't work. But as I said, since many people in this category are just sticking to Office applications, web browsing and that sort of thing, those applications all work well. Next, we have the Slim 7i Aura Edition. It's basically a larger version of the Slim 7X that solves all three of that laptop's issues. It uses an Intel Lunar Lake processor, so all applications work. It has better ports, and its trackpad is less slippery and isn't as loud to click. The other main difference between it and the Slim 7X is the Aura Edition has a 15.3-inch larger IPS display. It doesn't have an OLED panel. Don't worry though, it's still a great panel. Bright, high resolution, fast refresh rate, and you won't have to worry about OLED burn-in. Plus, just like the Slim 7X, it has a very comfortable keyboard. Overall, it has minimal drawbacks, but many people just won't want a larger 15.3-inch laptop that just looks dull in comparison to these others. Last, we have the MacBook Air with M3. It is the reliable choice. It's a very premium laptop and you get Apple's efficient M3 processor and everything just works really well. Bright screen, good trackpad, decent speakers and webcam, etc. Plus, Apple just increased the starting memory to 16 gig. Its downsides are that it's just kind of fallen behind these Windows laptops in several areas. Its keyboard feels low travel and isn't that comfortable. It doesn't have a fast refresh rate display nor a touchscreen. As you can see, each of these laptops have very distinct pros and cons that will be more or less important depending on who you are. For me personally, the Surface laptop wins, as I said. But I want you to let me know which one of these laptops you think should win with a comment down below. Best 2-in-1 laptop. This year we got a lot more serious about testing 2-in-1s, and for most of the year, one laptop just stood out. The HP Spectre 14. Like all HPs, it was regularly on sale, normally for around $1,200. For this price, you got decent performance, ample memory and storage, and you got a lot of premium features. An accurate haptic trackpad, an OLED display, and since it is an Intel laptop, all software would run, even some light games. This laptop was later replaced by the HP OmniBook Ultra Flip. It has Intel's newer and better Lunar Lake processor. But this update was a case of 2 steps forward and a step back. The improvements are that the Flip is smaller and more portable than the Spectre. That laptop was pretty bulky for a 14-inch. The Flip also no longer has any fan noise, which the Spectre occasionally had. But unfortunately, one of the best parts of the Spectre is worse on the Flip. Its keyboard. It is now much shallower and less comfortable. But if you think all that talk about HP Spectre and Flip means it's going to win the award for the best 2-in-1, it is not. It's getting our runner-up spot, as Asus swooped in at the last minute with their ProArt PX13 to claim the win. The ProArt PX13 is a far more versatile 2-in-1. It has AMD's new Zen 5 processor, which is much more powerful than the processor in the Flip. Plus, with the ProArt, you get powerful dedicated graphics, either in NVIDIA RTX 4050 or 4060. So you can do real performance tasks on this laptop, or enjoy some AAA games, and that is something most 2-in-1s can't even dream of. The ProArt also feels incredibly premium and it looks stylish, and unlike the Flip, it has a very comfortable keyboard. And sure, it doesn't have a haptic trackpad, but its mechanical one is pretty good. Overall, the ProArt PX13 is the ultimate premium, portable and powerful 2-in-1. Best laptop for gamers. It was a tough year for gamers. There was a couple of refreshers and new laptops, but most manufacturers are holding out to CES 2025, which is in January. That's when we expect NVIDIA's big RTX 5000 launch. Make sure to get subscribed with that notification bell on, as we will be there to cover it. That being said, there was one truly amazing gaming laptop launched this year, and it easily wins this award, the Asus Zephyrus G16 with AMD Ryzen 9 Zen 5. Originally launched with Intel's Core Ultra Meteor Lake processor, the redesigned G16 got off to a bad start. That chip is just not power efficient to be placed in a thin chassis like the G16's. So the laptop got warm and had a decent amount of fan noise, some of which was super annoying as it was high-pitched. Anyway, after several BIOS updates, the fan noise improved, but it wasn't until Asus replaced Intel with AMD that it was solved completely. We have two identical G16s, both with RTX 4070s. One has an Intel processor and the other AMD. The difference between them is massive. On paper, the AMD processor delivers more performance for the same power draw. In the real world, the AMD variant feels significantly cooler while gaming, and it has less fan noise. And as you know, gaming laptops are prone to a lot of heat and fan noise, so this is a very welcome change. And in light use, this laptop is dead silent, unlike the Intel variant. Overall, this is a phenomenal achievement given how compact and lightweight the G16 is. Everything else about this laptop feels premium. The display is stunning, high-resolution OLED panel with its super fast refresh rate. Its only real downside is that the AMD version can only be had with up to an RTX 4070. The Intel version, which is not as good, can be had with a more powerful RTX 4080. We don't have a runner-up for this category as no other gaming laptop really stood out. The much-hyped Legion 7i, which was the replacement to our prior favourite laptop, the Legion Slim 7, just got way too warm to the touch. Lenovo should have never put a power-hungry Intel HX processor in this laptop. Best laptop for creators. The MacBook Pro 16 with one of Apple's new M4 Pro or Max chips is by far the best laptop for those doing creative work. These new MacBooks deliver jaw-dropping performance in line with huge, heavy Windows gaming machines. And when compared to those, the MacBooks are just so much quieter while doing high-performance tasks, and they don't feel as warm to the touch. In fact, the MacBook Pro is really the only laptop where you can do real work without the battery dying. This is all due to Apple's insanely power-efficient M4 chips. If you're only doing audio work or photo editing, save some money and go for an M4 Pro model. This year's Pro chips are a huge improvement in performance from last year's. If you're doing 3D work or video editing, I'd recommend getting one with a Max chip. You'll appreciate those extra GPU cores and Media Engine. If you don't want a Mac, or you want a more reasonably priced laptop, our runner-up for creators is the Asus ProArt P16. This is a super thin and portable 16-inch laptop that is very powerful. It's basically the creator version of the Zephyrus G16 that I just mentioned. It uses the same chassis, which makes it lighter and more portable than the MacBook Pro 16. You get AMD Zen 5 processor inside, which, as I've said, is currently the best processor for high-performance Windows laptops. It doesn't give you the most performance, that would be Intel's HX chips, but it gives you the best balance of performance and power efficiency. So, the laptop doesn't sound like a jet engine or feel as hot. With the ProArt P16, you can get it with an NVIDIA RTX 4060 or 4070, and it can be had with plenty of memory up to 64 gigs. It also has a stunning, color-accurate 4K display. Its main downside is that its display only refreshes at 60 Hz and the screen just isn't as bright as I'd like. Best laptop for programmers. This award is once again won by the MacBook Pros, both the 14-inch and 16-inch models, as a lot of coders will want to sacrifice some screen real estate for more portability. By the way, for those coders who don't want a MacBook, hang tight. You're going to love our runner-up. The MacBook Pros have stunning, large, very bright high-resolution displays, perfect for viewing a ton of small code. As mentioned, you get incredible performance and unparalleled power efficiency. This means you won't be distracted by fan noise or a warm-feeling laptop while you debug someone else's terrible code. And if you want to code on battery, the MacBooks have you covered and will last a lot longer than Windows laptops. For most programmers, a MacBook Pro with an M4 Pro chip is ideal. 24GB of RAM should be enough for most of you. You can run an 8GB VM, for example, while keeping 16GB for your core system. For those doing data science development, MacBook Pros are quite unique. They give you that perfect combination of large amounts of fast memory and powerful dedicated graphics, ideal for training your models. For you, an M4 Max-equipped MacBook Pro is ideal for those extra GPU cores and large amounts of memory. So if you can afford it, spring for that one. Now, my runner-up for best laptop for programming is the Yoga Pro 9i. This laptop is just good at everything, and it often goes on sale, making it extremely reasonably priced, especially compared to those MacBook Pros. It's a 16-inch laptop that has a powerful enough Core Ultra 9 processor paired with NVIDIA's RTX 4050, 4060, or even a 4070 for those outside the USA. It has a fantastic mini-LED display that is bright, high resolution, and has a fast refresh rate. Perfect for viewing a ton of code. It also has one of the most comfortable keyboards that I've ever used. It's a joy to type on. And what you'll notice about this laptop is that it stays cool to the touch no matter what you do on it. This laptop can really do it all, from coding to gaming to video editing. Best laptop of 2024. Finally, drumroll please. The best laptop of 2024 is the MacBook Pro 14 or 16. I think you may have guessed it from all the awards it's won. Folks, these laptops deliver crazy performance and power efficiency that just completely embarrasses Intel, AMD and Qualcomm. These laptops really define what a laptop should be. They are portable, they are insanely powerful, they give you very long battery life in real-world use, not just video playback benchmarks, and they don't disturb you with fan noise. Plus, they're all-round premium devices, great trackpad, keyboard, webcam and speakers. Their only real negative is their price, but often in life you get what you pay for, and that is the case here. As I said earlier, make sure to check out our website at justjosh.tech. You'll find our thoughts on every laptop we've reviewed there. You can even request a review if you don't find the laptop you're looking for. Finally, only 17% of you are subscribed. If you've made it this far in this video, what are you doing? Get subscribed and click the like button. We want to make more videos for you and we want to make better videos. Getting subscribed is something free and easy that you can do to make a real difference. Till next time, go do something awesome with your day and I will catch you later.